deep cut for those who watched HGTV.
It's a brand new
Boom.
dog.
The kitten
And
keeps trying to eat my toes.
should be up.
We renovated your dog.
Just crush its skull. It can't eat your toes if it doesn't have a skull.
What an
I'm
intro.
sorry, little one.
We do not
Good
condone
morning.
the crushing of dog skulls between your toes.
Just
The cat
baby
skull.
ones.
Oh,
Oh, it's a cat. We condone that one.
Yeah,
Cast
right,
Exposition
that
has
one's
a
all
very
good.
specific animal hate. Not dogs, cats.
Love bitches, hate pussy. Kill that cat.
and yet you all harp on at me about Sasha.
I'm gonna kill that cat.
Help!
Excellent. Hi,
Uh,
everyone. Welcome.
Hello. Hello.
Y'all ready to play some dice game?
Yep.
we can't hear you.
You can't
Hi,
hear me?
Hi.
Captain.
Are you ready?
No, we can hear you. He's doing a SpongeBob.
Are you
Oh.
ready to rumble? Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Excellent. So things are happening. So what we're gonna do is a bit of a recap. Buck, what do you remember from last session?
Why?
I was dead. Now I'm alive. We were in the woods. We were in the town. Now we're out of the woods, and we're Galen's a fish, squid.
Kelly.
I was gone. Now I'm back. Chance told me go talk to Varen that night, or else. Didn't want to argue with that. It never seems to age. Neither do you. And
Roasted.
we made it to a village that Tally had no idea what was going on. She just followed Chance and everyone else. And now we're here against plant people.
Yeah. That's lovely. Chris.
I mean, we got the venerable Sun Kai back from the dead. We had some gossip and food and opened his eyes to maybe there's a traitor in Old Grove, which was probably hard to hear. And then we were like, yeah, let's go find all these things. Oh, maybe we should go check on these civilians who have been disappearing. Oops, all civilians are plants and want to eat us. And I think that's where we got to.
What have I done that has insinuated that these plants want to eat you?
There's
Also-
something about the imagery of like the vines
Mm,
inside
mm.
them.
I think they just want a big hug.
Yeah,
Just wanna
definitely.
talk.
All right, Nikki.
I think I found in the horrific entrails of exercise the catharsis I was looking for. She survives on coffee and rage.
What?
It never gets old. Kind
What
of
is going
like
on?
you.
That's
I haven't told you to roll initiative yet.
Nikki only takes notes for this campaign in quote form.
Oh, right. Okay.
I remember as you said that. I was like, who the fuck said? Oh, it was me. Yeah,
You.
because he's on about having therapy.
I feel like I was having a fever dream.
Big mood though.
It's my day.
Survives on
Is
only
he lifting
coffee
a
and
buff?
rage.
What?
All right, Taya.
All right. So, Tally came back from the east and basically told us that she talked to one of the guys from her dream. We learned a handful of information about Varen's daughter. 3 of the 5 of us went to talk to Galen. They found out what Galen really is, and then Galen swore them to secrecy. So now there is a looming pile of secret in the group, and I'm sure that's not going to cause any trust issues down the road. Not at all. We all found out Bert's alive, and we're so dang happy. Sun Kai learned that he's from the mountains, and otherwise the divide is the only thing that splits him from his people. Ludwig got woken up by Sun Kai.
When
wants
did
to
I
put
learn that?
in the middle of last session.
I knew I was from the mountains. In what divide?
I don't know.
I
The
think you
big
mistook
crack in the
The crap in the country, yeah, it's where your
I just
tribes
think
are
you
now.
mistook notes. I don't think that happened.
Yeah, because there's more tribes above the divide. Ludwig was woken up by Sun Kai.
You found
and
out
he
there are
wants-
more monkeys.
Yeah, wants to put a peach on a rod and ride Sun Kai's back into combat. And then we went to this town, and there were guards. But we're like, Varen sent us, and they obviously trusted that, so they let us in. and now we're where we are.
That should be our cheat code for the entire campaign. Guys, why are
Varen
you
did
robbing
it.
things and taking my wife? Varen sent us. Oh, of course. Please.
I mean, we can try it on everything. Varen sent us.
Yes, I'm
Obviously,
sure
it
that'll go
works.
fine.
What could go
Especially
wrong?
in the Crimson Empire, it'll go great
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, they
We'd be
love
like,
him.
"Ooh,"
All right,
especially in that seedy
Thomas,
little bar.
wake up, Jeff. Nope. Okay, cool. That's that problem done and dusted. Awesome. Sweet. So we are picking back up in the southern settlement of the old world. It is a fine day, as it normally is. Like you've said, you've all come down here to investigate disappearances and look for Vault. And upon getting closer and taking more note of the town, you all saw a large flower in the middle of the settlement, and there's a bunch of people who were sort of wandering through the town, not in any certain pattern or anything. They're just wandering through the town. And upon getting closer, you all saw that these people were being constricted and restrained by what appear to be vines, which are crawling up their leg. Crawling up their leg, going into their bodies. They've got vines coming out of their mouths, their eyes, ears. Whatever has happened, it is not pleasant. And I believe that is where we pick up. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everyone to roll initiative.
I'm trusting
Love having
D&D
a
Beyond today.
negative initiative modifier. What a voice. Oh no.
We did it.
We did it. Oh no.
It did not fuck me today.
No.
No, no.
Yo, yo.
Oh no.
Onyo?
No.
Onyo?
Oh no.
Onyo?
Oh no.
Yo.
Stop making these noises. They make me
Thankfully,
uncomfortable.
only a -1.
Yo.
Onyo.
Oh,
Only a
boy.
-1. Cool.
Only a -1. It's fine.
So
We'll be okay.
your initiative's -1. Like,
Oh, not this time. Thankfully my initiative modifier is only a -1.
okay, yeah,
But that sure does make it a singular one.
okay. Cool. So Buck, what'd you get?
You were number one. Hey.
Chewy.
Mm.
Chewing.
He's role playing Sunkai,
Yeah.
finishing
Eating
up the
peaches.
peaches.
No, I definitely just crushed a 10-packet nugget.
Oh hell yeah!
That would be a 21 for this little guy.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, I'm a
Alright.
speedy. I got an 18 with that +3. That makes 21. Math.
Excellent.
18 plus 3 equals 21.
Cash. Sorry, K.
1.
1. Uno.
Uno.
The lonely
That's
one.
at
She's
least a
number
positive one.
one.
Chris, what'd you get?
20!
Nice. 21. 1. And you got 20.
Mm-hmm.
Callie?
19.
Lots of really high rolls, apart from 1.
Number one.
Chance. Nikki, what'd you get?
21.
21.
Dewey got a 6.
Dewey got a
Joke's
6.
on us. We're going low to high today.
Six. Cool. Alrighty. Wow. Those are scores. Okay, so who's got the higher dex between Chance and
I think we're the
Sunkai?
same.
Yeah, I think we're the same. I got a 3.
Rollies?
Rollies.
3.
First rollies
it
of the
rollies?
campaign.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh
Eat the big old-
no. Oh no.
Okay, Nikki.
I rolled scissors.
Nikki got a 20.
So
got
I think
that
I'm
too.
first.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
Unless we play by golf rules.
That's true. We are going low to high today. I forgot.
Yeah.
I believe.
Thomas
Is
gonna
that
fall off
circle
his
the
chair.
flower?
Yeah, I've just put a circle down for where the flower is because
Bad.
I was not happy with what I was
He's
drawing.
going. He's going.
Do we have a time lapse to see Thomas fall off his chair?
It can go with the other time lapse we have of Thomas laying in his
Thomas
bed.
in his bed.
Just go to bed, buddy boy. Don't worry about it.
Oh
We're
no.
gonna make one real big noise, and it's just gonna be like,
No.
"Bah!"
Okay.
I'm gonna cosplay Thomas.
Sweet.
That's going to be Tally saying something.
Thomas isn't
So-
even there, so don't worry about it.
Oh wait, I got the perfect one to wake him up. 1 second. Everyone might want to turn down your headphones.
Oh no.
I want to hear it.
Bring it on!
You alright, mate?
Thomas,
You awake?
buddy.
I'm gonna go back to sleep. Good night.
If you want to go back to bed, Thomas,
Yes.
go for it. I think it's going to be a bit hard to actually insert you into the current situation.
That's fine with me. You sure it's okay?
We got another layout.
Yeah, we
think
should.
Yeah, it's the one that we used last
from
time.
last week.
Okay. Alright. Go get some sleep, Thomas boy.
Yeah, have a sleep,
Yeah.
man.
I'm not fit for the new sleep.
Hi, Thomas.
All right. Bye, Van.
When he
We
drops,
tried.
I'll swap over to him.
I'm a bird.
Okay.
Oh my god, that was the most. What? If you're
I
just
definitely
joining us,
picked him. I'm sorry.
if
I
you're
don't know
just
if you were
joining
ready for
us,
that.
Oh my God.
this is
The
our
bird.
this is our friendship here.
This is how we do.
Uh,
Excellent.
I'm so glad we have that on video. I'm
Sponsored
so
by
glad.
Chicken McNuggets.
I'm so glad that exists. Oh my god.
Got the perfect way to wake him up.
Oh my god.
That
I
was
can't even-
that
It
was
ever.
fucking brilliant. I pissed myself.
Yeah, I'm in a
I was-
puddle of boy juice. That was gross.
I'm sad
I was
that Thomas
gonna say
won't be
that
here, but
I was about to say
So-
that was weak, but then I saw him just start. It was like,
Yeah,
oh,
it
we
was
just
like-
started him.
Oh my god, that was so funny. Okay, let's rock and roll.
all right. So first things first. I'm going to give these vine things a turn in advance. So, yeah, you're all sort of more towards the edge of the town, a bit further away than you are on this map, I'm going to say, because, well, it makes sense. But
Yeah, because we were like, we
yeah.
were trying to creep around, if I recall. We saw him, we were like, yeah, let's
Yeah,
creep
we're
around
trying to
here.
be stealthy, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking into the town, you see these things. They're moving about. There's no rhyme or reason to the way that they move, but when they do move, you see they are very jerky, very stop-starty. Lots of twitching, and it looks very unnatural in the way that they move.
I can feel it in my brain as they twitch around.
Are we gonna go in initiative order? Is that the plan? Are you waiting for me to do something?
We are, but currently I'm just moving all these little boys.
They all get a
There we
little
go.
surprise turn.
Cool.
I was just
Oh.
waiting to make sure that.
Yep.
All
All
You weren't
right.
waiting.
Yeah, and it is now Chance's turn.
I'm going to try to sneak without Dewey.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna go. Does this house right here in the top left corner?
Yes.
Does that look like I could get around it, or is it huge?
It's not massive. It's more like just like cottage. It's not
Okay.
big. Yeah. The door is facing towards you.
Like it's on this side right here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go into this tree, and then keep going around that building.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
To just get a view from the other side of the building.
Yep. Yeah. So on the moving through to the other side of this building, you can see that there's there's like it's sort of this town is very small. Like these buildings that you see on this map here are like basically the whole town. There's like a couple of smaller shacks and cottages around, but this is essentially it. And you do see that there is some of these vine-wrapped civilians throughout the area.
So they're on the other side too.
Yeah, there is like a fair few of them.
Okay. I'll hold up the number of fingers to the others that says how many are on the other side.
Cool. We'll just do a little fucking boom. Cool. We see two.
All right.
Can I also get you to roll me a stealth check?
Sure. And I'm going without Dewey, so I'm going to give myself not disadvantage.
Okay.
12.
12. Sweet. Cool. And sweet. Yeah, so you sneak your way through the bushes around to the side, and see the rest of the town and people.
That's my turn.
Cool. I think I've
Done
I think I've
something
done a
there.
thing.
I'm not sure what's happened.
Yeah. What the I guess it's counted all the other tokens as the thing. Oh. Cool. Sweet. Yes, and Sankai, it is now your turn.
Okay, Sunkai seeing Chance go off to the left is actually going to dart off to the right. I'm going to use my action to dash. And then how tall is this roof?
One story house. It's just
So like
10 feet. Yeah.
something like that.
15 feet because of construction.
Mm.
Then I'm just going to get on top of it because my climb speed is equal to my movement.
Yep.
And that was 50, so that's 60, 70, 80. And I'm also going to... Actually, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just up there now.
Okay.
I'm just hanging out on the roof. I used my whole turn. I don't get any cool bonus action stuff, do I? No, just unarmed strike, and there's no one up here to beat up.
Cool. So you break away from the group and dodge underneath this tower and crawl up to the roof of this small house, which gives you a bird's eye view, and this place is littered in these bodies. There's even like in baskets and stuff in the street, you can see that there's some rotting, decayed food. Can I get you to roll me a stealth check?
Yeah, you bet. Check. Stealth check. I'm not doing a stealth check. That's a 15.
Yeah, so as you sneak past this small group here, you're moving through, but they all, their heads all snap towards you. And they stand still. And then they continue just shambling about.
It's like, okay. That's my turn.
Oh. Excellent. Wrong thing.
They're all shambling.
They are indeed shambling.
Shamble on down the well.
Would you say they're in
fuck.
shambles?
No, I wouldn't. I'd say that they're in vines.
I would say that shambling is my favorite hobby.
Shambling is a state of mind.
Cool. Yeah, all of these creatures
Oh,
just
that's really
move in their standard stop-start jittering fashion. It is now Ludwig's turn.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I don't really think I want to get any closer to this skullduggery of fuck. So I'm just gonna sneak a little bit around Dewey to like the back of this house. I think it's a house? Or a tower?
It's a tower.
Tower. Okay. How high up does it go?
It's about 3 stories tall. It's pretty tall.
Oh, so it's not like something I could climb in a turn.
No, but it's easy enough to get up. There's just like a set of stairs.
Alright, I'll go in like up the first set, whatever like 20 feet of movement can get me. Start ascending the tower, like creeping down the side. And I think... Oh, it's too far. No, it's too far. Okay, I'm gonna look at my 2 companions back there, Cass and Tally, and just a faint little purple glow coming from my crouching form. I'm gonna cast Bless on myself, Tally, and Cassiopeia.
Cool. Does Bless have verbal components?
Maybe.
I don't like that question.
I mean, I'm being
You
quiet.
talking?
I mean, you can, you know, I'm sure you can whisper the verbal components of Bless.
Uh-huh.
Hey guys, hope you have a great day. And I want to give you a D4 for things.
Oh,
Let's just blow the kiss.
roll me a stealth check.
Stealth check. Oh no, it's a 6.
Cool. You see the closest of this first group snap its head up the floors of the tower, and it just stares at you.
Oh no. I'm quickly regretting my earlier courage.
Ellen, your turn.
I don't know what song it is, but it's stuck in my head. Either way, Tally wanna do a sneak. Everyone's gone this way, so she's gonna go follow Chance.
Okay.
And probably use her action to dash, quote unquote, so... Heck. 30. 30 gets her there, 15 gets her there. Would 15 be enough for her to try to get on the roof, seeing as she doesn't have a climbing speed?
30. Sorry, from there.
Or how
Probably
tall is
not.
this roof?
It's
Okay.
just a one-story building.
Cool. She goes chance. And heights. Rogue stuff.
Roll stealth.
I don't want to roll real dice. D&D Beyond. Be nice. Okay. 21.
You can hear the feet shambling of a nearby. Still don't know what to call these things. We'll say people of a nearby person. But nothing sounds agitated.
If Chance is looking one way, she's looking the other. That's the only note half for her.
Okay. It's Dewey's turn. What orders did Dewey get?
Stay there. I'll be right back.
Dewey holds position. Cass, your turn.
Sorry. Cass is going to reach up to her halo and kind of pull off one of her white tea gloves as she grabs a piece of it and starts wrapping it around her like a blanket as two spectral galaxy-like arms form from her and cross across her chest, holding a chalice in it as she takes on her chalice star form before walking forward, looking around, noticing everyone's gone. She goes, "Oh, fiddlesticks!" And she's gonna just walk up and she's gonna notice she is totally alone at this point and cast first level guiding bolt on this guy in front of her.
Going the attack route.
So you throw a guiding bolt at this.
Definitely gonna try to.
Okay.
Plus
Yeah.
2.
Roll to hit.
16 plus 2, 18.
18 hits.
Not bad. 11, 15. 16 points of radiant damage. And she's gonna run the rest of her movement to there. And the next attack on that guy has advantage. As the halo above her kind of looks like an angry solar flare, throwing out shots of light blue energy its way.
Cool. Yeah, as this bolt of light strikes this creature, you see it impacts and sears away some of the humanoid flesh beneath these vines. Some of the vines get burnt and blackened. But you hear as the vines around the chest take the impact, they squeeze, and you hear a pained howl come from this person, but it's not like a proper sound. It's essentially the sound of air being forced out of this person's lungs, but it's being forced through a throat that is full of vines, so it's almost muffled and distorted. It's like a as this creature reels back, and in a sort of almost succession after this impact and this howl of pain, each of these things begin to appear to get more agitated. and they all move more rapidly and frantically. With various of these vines and thorns begin to grow and extend out of their bodies more.
Oh shit.
Alright, Chance, it is your turn.
Maybe don't hurt them so much. This is probably the townspeople. And she whistles for Dewey to join her, and takes both her pistols off her belt, and will hold if anything comes near her or Tally to shoot them.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, as you sort of call to Dewey, Dewey's head snaps to you and begins moving. Sankai, your turn.
Sunkai is going to hop across to this roof. And just keep moving, I think. Yeah, and I'll stay here for now, and I'm just observing at the moment. Sun's just kind of doing a little bit of personal recon before he gets physically involved. So I'll hold. I don't have an action to hold. I just won't do anything else at the moment.
Yeah. Can I get you to give me a investigation check?
You betcha. Uh, 14.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so after this person had been struck by this bolt of light thrown by Cass, and the howl happened and all the creatures got more erratic and agitated, you see that a few of them nearest to the large flower in the center of the town, rather than looking around and looking towards the thing that has hurt them, they begin moving towards the flower.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Okay.
Cool. Ludwig, your turn.
Oh shit. Already? God damn. Do I notice that they start recoiling towards the giant flower?
I'm gonna say probably not at that distance.
Okay. I'm gonna use my move to, seeing that there's this conga line coming up, I'm gonna use my move to go 30 feet up the tower. Still like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah, so it's basically 10 more feet and you're at the top floor.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll get to the top floor. I'm going to use my bonus action to convert my sorcery points into a first level spell slot. So I'll get that back. And well, I'm just basically going to use it and then cast, lift up the eye patch this time because I've learned from previous. And I'm going to fire a guiding bolt at the flower. Let's see what that does.
The flower.
The flower. It's 120 foot range, and it's about 80, 90 feet away, so...
Okay, cool. Yeah, go for it. Roll to hit.
Okay, that's pretty good. Plus, what is my spell attack on this? Plus 5, that's a dirty 20 to hit.
That indeed hits. Roll
Okay.
damage.
He takes 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 is 15 points of radiant damage. And I'm just gonna
Um,
put my head back under them.
Excellent. Yeah. So up on the top floor of this wooden tower, there is like a balcony that stretches all the way around it. There's wooden paneling as like a barrier fence to stop you falling over unintentionally. And there is a central building with windows all the way around. There's not much in there apart from a table and like just some basic stuff like tables, chairs, books, that sort of thing.
I'm gonna get under the table.
Cool.
And the next attack against the flower has advantage.
Awesome. You shoot this orb of golden light at the at this flower. It impacts, and the flower begins to get scorched and blackened on this on the surface of it, and a large bud begins to sprout from the middle of it.
I made it angry.
And as you strike, as this beam hits this flower, all the surrounding people let out a howl of pain. And they appear to get more agitated. Alright, it is these things' turns. They have been agitated twice now. Their movement speed has increased twice. One, two. Three.
God.
1, 2, 3.
Did Dewey make his move up to chance?
It's not been Dewey's turn yet.
Oh, fair.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Yeah, so these two nearest people, they move jitteringly, stop-starty, body contorting in weird ways. They move towards Cass, and these vines are sprouting out of their back. These thorned vines, and each one takes a strike at you. Okay, that is a 15 and a 14.
Both hit.
Okay. So that is 10 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, and she's gonna start like smacking them with her glove. The glove that's on. She's gonna start like batting them away.
Okay. Yeah, each of these vines, lash out at you. That is all. Cool. Tally. It is your turn.
How much movement would it take to get to the roof?
You can definitely climb up it now.
Okay. So, like she wants to get on the roof and then start moving like this way across the roof.
Okay.
So 20 feet to get to there, or
We'll say
30.
15.
Okay. $15, 5, 10. Would she be able to jump this gap with a running start?
Which gap? Oh, what's your athletics?
Good question. Please hold. +0.
Okay. What's your acrobatics?
Acrobatics is +3.
Okay. Yeah, you can make that jump.
Okay. So that's 10 feet. She'll action dash or bonus action. She'll dash at least to get to here.
Okay.
Do you need me to roll anything?
I'll get you to roll acrobatics upon landing because this is a sloped roof.
Or 19.
Cool. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you managed to get up on the roof and just grab onto some of the logs used for the roof to steady yourself.
Can she see the flower?
You
Or does
can.
she have to move? Okay. How's it looking? What's it doing?
Yeah, so there is a large flower. It is in colors of red and orange and yellow, all sort of intermixed. It's almost like a swirling pattern. And from the petals, like sort of sprout out and around, but in the middle is a large green bud that is protruding forward.
Oh, that can't be good. Action hide, bonus action hide. It's a hide.
Cool. Cross off.
T4.
You think you're hidden?
I hope I'm hidden.
Cool. Anything else? Cool. Cass, your turn. I think. Actually,
Okie
wait.
dokie.
It's Dewey's turn.
Oh,
Dewey's just gonna
just jokes.
clonk, clonk, clonk. Yeah, cool. Your turn.
Yeah, Dewey goes to chance. Full move. Listen.
Alright, your turn, Cass.
Okay. Eyes watering, a little bit cut up. She is just going to dance around this guy 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40. $45, 50, 55, 60, and like get up against, use her whole movement action to get up close to the tree and press herself up against the tree.
Okay. Cool. So you are going to take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Dash action. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. 24 and 18.
Both hit. Both hit.
Oof. Oh boy.
I'm gonna silvery
Okay.
barbs one of those.
Yep.
Seeing her like about to get twatted in the back of the head, like nope. And make you roll a disadvantage.
Nope.
Yeah. Cool. I guess it doesn't really matter which one because they both hit.
Yeah. Just
Yep.
whichever one. You want.
And it was take the lower. Yeah. No. Yeah. Still hits. I rolled a 20. High five.
Damn.
Okay.
Level two. Level two.
Yeah, and you take 8 points of piercing damage from the first attack and 6 points of piercing damage from the second.
So as Cass begins to slink through these guys, she gets hit once, and then the second hit just bodies her to the ground, and she is unconscious.
Yeah, these things fuck.
Okay.
Reading the return then.
Alright. It is. Chance's turn.
We all got potion, right?
Mhm.
Chance is gonna give her potion to Dewey and say, "Get this into Cassiopeia's mouth, please. She's on the floor over there." And she's just gonna stay where she is.
Dewey proceeds to put an entire glass bottle into Cassiopeia's mouth.
That's 2 failed death saving throws from a melee attack.
It's like a light bulb. You can put it in, no problem, but you got to break it to get it out.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, if that's all that Chance is doing, Sankai, your turn. You hear a yelp of pain from Cass.
Yeah, Sunkai, his eyes are gonna like go white. His scar on his head's gonna hurt, and he's gonna essentially reverse all his movement. 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I jump this? No problem. I did it the first time,
Yeah.
but I also didn't ask.
No, yeah, you can do it.
And then I'm gonna jump.
Okay.
I got 10 more movement speed left, and I'm gonna use it as my glide. My Mendoza gliding shit. Once I activate my glide with a jump of up to 10 feet, I can glide for my movement speed. So I'll be able to hit one of these fuckers. I'll go to this guy because he's the closest.
Oh, I give Sunkai advantage as part of my silvery barbs.
Okay.
Because he's the only one
So
around who's still alive.
I'm gonna glide this way. I'll land and I'll make my 2 unarmed attacks.
No giving advantage on death saves to Cass.
Is that a thing?
I'll let you.
Fuck, I would have given it to her then, because he wasn't around at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna like glide down, and then hit this guy with my quarter staff.
Okay.
Does a 9 hit?
It does not.
I didn't think so. I am going to I can also make what do I want to do here? I'll flurry of blows instead. So that's a 19 for that hit.
That hits.
And then the second one is a 12.
12. 12 does not hit.
Okay, so it gets a total of 7 damage dealt to it.
7 damage. Awesome.
Oh, but
second.
because I made an unarmed strike, and I forgot about this, I have the punch knife that I was gifted.
Mhm.
So it also takes my proficiency bonus as piercing damage, and my proficiency bonus is 2. So it takes a total of 9 damage. Eat
Oof.
shit.
Nasty.
That's the amount of damage that killed me last time. Eat shit, you flower fuck.
I'm better now. Cool. Yeah, I've given you chance. Cool. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, you leap down. Cass is bleeding out on the ground, and you make a couple of attacky attacks. Seemingly little effect, but you do see that thanks to the punch knife, you have actually severed some of the vines sprouting from this creature as it has in pain. Cool. Ludwig, your turn.
Okie doke, I'm gonna see Cassiopeia go for a crazy dash and then get that shit knocked out of her like, oh no! Cassiopeia, please, be alright! And I'm gonna vomit the words alright that go straight down your throat and will heal you for a healing word. So I'm blowing through all my spells, doing it live. You get 5 points of healing back. Staying at the top of the tower because it's safe up here. And how far is... Sorry, let me just double check the range. 80 feet. 80 feet is pretty fucking far. In fact, if I move just towards the edge of the tower... Yes. So I'm just within range to try and... feels like a waste. It's got advantage
Do it.
at the minute. Oh. I think he'd shoot
Do
one
it.
of these for closer to, because, you know,
Yeah.
it's eating his friend. So seeing the one that Sunkai just beat the shit out of is going to pull out his crossbow, shaking. Begone, you strange, horrible, viney things! And I'll shoot. Fuck. Oh, no. Let's do.
That does not hit.
Shoot Sunkai in the head, he's dead.
And I'll crouch back down behind the wooden barricade, like, big strong boy, big strong boy. Reload the crossbow.
Very good.
You closed the wrong eye again, Ludwig.
Damn it!
Okay.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Cool. All right. So these things, after being attacked by Sunkai, their attention seems to shift, and they all begin to move forward.
Oh.
Ah. I did not anticipate this. Just kidding. I did.
You got that Hodozi dodge though, right?
Yeah, I got that Hadozi dodge.
So you 6
I'll-
damage.
I'll be fine.
All right, and you take 3 attacks from the vines of these various bodies.
Hey Wombat, you remember how we talked about how I said
I wouldn't do it again.
yeah, I was gonna say maybe you shouldn't.
Lowest was an 11.
Does not hit.
Next was a 15,
Does not hit.
and the highest was a 17.
That one hits.
Cool. You take 5 points of piercing damage as these
Okay.
thorn vines lash out at you.
And I unfortunately can't use my Hadozi dodge because I used my reaction to glide, which is a reaction.
Is that a reaction? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wild.
I didn't know it was until I went to my Hadozi dodge feature to just use it right now and
Hmm.
saw it right above it with big bold letters reaction.
I will say that you use that as part of your movement. You can still use your dash for this time
Okay.
I imagine that's meant to be more like if something throws you into the air.
Yeah. I'm actually still gonna hold it because that wasn't too bad. I feel like there's a
Okay.
lot worse things that I'm gonna use it for. We'll see.
Cool.
Maybe I'll regret that decision, but for now, it's the one I'm making.
We shall find out. Cool. Tally. Shit's going down.
Yeah. Bunch of black people or big old plant.
The plant
How's
is
that
still
bud looking if she
glowing.
peeks back up?
Sorry.
How's that bud looking if she peeks back up?
Looking at it, the top of it is beginning to peel open.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's 20 feet. Is this like a shop, like a stall?
Yeah, so that's like basically just like canvas.
Okay.
It's like a market stall.
Could she jump onto it, being
It-
small?
It will break your fall. Yes.
Okay, cool. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna jump on it. So that way she can break her fall and get to the ground.
Okay.
Athletics check again?
Not this time.
Okay. And then I think she would bonus action? Or does she have anything to hit from a range?
Sure.
Not really, so yeah, bonus action dash just to get that little bit closer for her to try and cut the bulb off with her little daggers.
Okay. This bulb, I will say now, you will be there a while if you are trying to cut it off. Like, it's bigger than you.
I attack the plant.
Okay.
This
Save
plant
us,
is a
Tally.
danger and a menace to society.
Save us.
Alright, roll to hit.
You have advantage from the guiding bolt still.
Nice. Let's see how that works. For little old Tally. 14!
That does not hit.
Fuck!
Not very well! I rolled a 9.
Level 2. Level 2. Level 2.
Alright. Level 2 stuff. Then after she gets that little closer, it's the oh no. And that's it. That's her turn. Just oh no.
Yeah, so you go to try and slash at this flower, but it's almost leathery, and your knives just sort of don't really make good purchase, and they just slide off it almost.
It's at this moment there's a commentator going, and at this moment she knew she fucked up.
Indeed. It is the flower's turn. The top of this bud in the center of the flower begins to peel open, splitting into quarters, and it fans out and opens up. And from within is what appears to be just a mass of vine, all tangled and knotted, and you see there's a couple of what look like fruit attached to several of these vines. But these vines begin to move and almost untangle themselves. They stretch out before jolting into itself and once again tying this intricate knot, which eventually forms a humanoid head, arms, torso, and just a mass of vine that reaches down into the middle of this flower. And where is... Boom, 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 boom. There we go. And this humanoid vine reaches out from the middle of this flower. It is facing away from you, but immediately turns around and looks at you. These vines with these small red fruits and flowers growing on them begin to stretch out of it. It's Dewey's turn. Dewey, I believe, was last told to go and give Cass a health potion. So, I guess he'd use full movement to try and get there. Yeah. What I'm going to do is, you've got Chance's character sheet, right?
Yeah.
Cool. If you go into the extras, you should be able to see Dewey. Can you get me to roll? Can you roll me either an athletics if he's got it, or just strength?
18.
Okay, natural 1. Cool. Yeah, so Dewey just seeing that he needs to fulfill his order, just pushes these closest ones out the way.
We should get this guy a lawnmower attachment.
There's something. And yeah, he goes to he goes to begin feeding a potion to Cass, but I believe Cass is standing up now. He doesn't have the action because he used the action to dash, so he could get there, but he is essentially just offering you a health potion.
I would just accept
Cool.
it.
Yeah,
Thanks, Dewey. Thank you.
it's your turn now.
Appreciate that. Holding this bottle, she's gonna just slip it in her pocket real quick. The stars that started to fade from her halo begin to light and bright back up as the arms reform around her. She uses her last wild shape to take on her chalice form again, and she is going to cast on herself quick little cure wounds, because that doesn't cost a spell slot. 1d8 plus 3. So 7 plus 3, 10 hit points. And because Sun Kai is right beside me, he also gets some hit points back. He also gets 10 hit points back as this chalice just kind of this arms form out and dump a waterfall of stars all over me. As it splashes off, it kind of jumps from me to Sun Kai, wrapping him in this starry blanket, healing him a little bit. And she's very riskily going to back up 5 feet, 10 feet, and stay right there.
Okay. You take...
Not again.
You take 4 opportunity attacks.
Good.
Why don't you disengage? Use your action, never mind.
Yeah.
The lowest was a 12.
That doesn't.
Next was a 15.
Yep.
That
12 and
hits.
15 both hit.
Oh, both of them. Okay.
My AC is 10.
Oh, fucking what?
Yeah.
Holy shit, alright. Jesus.
Stop running
Druids
into
don't get-
combat.
Druids don't get
What was-
armor proficiency.
What was this shit about you being a tank? Stop that shit.
Okay.
I'll work on it.
Oh
Level
my
2. Level
fucking
2.
god. All right.
Just kill me. Just
Wombat,
do
if
it.
you wanted to end the
Bodyguard.
campaign, you could have just said so.
I mean, kinda did.
9.
Someone
yeah,
sing
but
in the arms of an angel.
I also
Oh,
did
please.
say that I wanted to see this campaign through, but
This would be seeing it through.
Fly away.
it would in the most thorough of fashions. Cool. So you take 9,
Dark?
18,
No, Book of Time season
18 plus.
Okay, so we have to go in order. So what's the first attack's damage?
Okay. 9.
Okay. Still standing. Continue.
9.
Okay. Unconscious. Next one.
8
One failed death save.
and 3.
Second failed death save.
Okay.
God damn, what's these things? To
That's
hit
obviously the end
bonus?
of her turn. If anyone didn't know, that was the end of her turn, if it wasn't abundantly clear.
Don't you have a bonus
but-
action you want to use?
I used my bonus action to chalice, thank you.
Bonus
For your
Don't worry.
action, die, but cute.
these things.
My reaction is death but cute.
These things to hit bonus is +5.
God dang.
So it's a tally.
That means they only need to roll a 5 to hit me.
That's better than mine.
Yeah, it's actually up there. It's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's the end of Cass's turn. It's now Chance's.
Yes. Chance is behind a building, so she has literally no idea what's going on here. I'll have to replace Chance because this Chance is Nikki's Chance and I need a different Chance. Perfect. So Chance is going to continue just to go 5, seeing where Tally went. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Vision obstructed by tree. She will just keep working her way around the building.
Okay.
Trying to get to Tally. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right there. Action. Movement. She has no real bonus actions that I'm aware of. Nope. End of Chance's turn.
Okay. Sun, it's your turn.
Sunkai is stepping back 1 square.
Mhm.
And is using his. It's an action to feed.
Yep.
Is dumping his health potion down. Sparkle Shoes' gullet.
Upon leaving threatened area, you take 7 points of piercing damage from an opportunity attack.
Okay, and sorry, the health potion's a D4.
One. It's a regular health potion, so 2d4 plus 2.
Get 9 health back.
Looking up.
And in this case, I will use my Hidozi dodge. To... Doesn't remember the exact... 1d6 plus 2. So let's see what I can get rid of. Okay, so I ditch 4 of that 7 damage.
Okay. Cool.
And then as a bonus action... No, I can't do that. Never mind.
Alright.
Still learning how monks work.
Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, sweet. Cool. Ludwig, your turn.
Would Son have got an attack of opportunity because they took all their attacks on Cassiopeia when she moved away?
True. Actually, yes, correct.
I just looking at that little divot of people there and I went, huh.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, cool. So you
Can't
take
kill
no
me that
damage.
easy. Again.
Damn it. No, cool. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so
Intense noises.
watching Cassiopeia get clubbed to death again, but then Sun Kai coming in like, okay, he's here. He's here helping. I'm going to look over to Tally, who's
Sure,
being
try it.
eyed up by some sort of vine man?
Mhm.
Piddly vine man? Be like, ah, this is my last one. And I'll fire one more guiding bolt at that dude. Seeing that these things are just like tough and they don't seem to want to go down, I'm like, go for the brain. Let's roll to hit. +5. Huh! Okay, that's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Coolio. He takes... Oh shit. 6, 12, 17, +4, 21 points of radiant damage. Fucking knuckles on that.
That's gorgeous. Look at that.
Beautiful.
6654. Goddamn.
Love that. Yeah, this Tally, you're looking at this vine thing in the flower that turns to look at you, and you see an orb of golden light come hurtling across from behind. It impacts this creature and scorches the vine body of it. And a cold gaze just stares at you before slowly turning around.
I just remembered when Tally went to attack, she had Bless, so you could roll a d4. Which
Oh, I did, didn't I?
Did you roll a d4? I don't know.
No. I did not.
Because you rolled with
Well, you still
advantage.
got
Well, now you know for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I know for next time.
Fuck. I'm remembering all these things now. Like, come on, wake! Ow.
Yeah, as this thing turns around, you can see the burning and dying vines in its back from the strike from the heavens. Go.
God has smited thee.
I bonus action, get back under the table, start rocking.
My dude bracing. Cool. Is these things turns?
Waits
yeah,
patiently to die.
Well, these things all their heads all twist and turn and look up into the tower. And and all of them begin moving towards the stairs. Some of them, not wanting to wait, begin trying to climb up the posts of the tower. As they all make their way up.
It'd be a great time to have, like, oh, I don't know, Thunder Wave or something. Just goodbye.
Well, I was thinking I might be able to unlock a new spell this battle, but I've used all my slots and my 2 sorcery points to make another spell and use that. Except done what? I've done Guiding Bolt, Healing Word, Guiding Bolt, Bless. Yeah, that's 4.
Are none of those like use once per day for free for you? With
The
your
Silvery
feats?
Barbs was.
None.
And that's it.
Oof, okay.
But he still
well,
beat the back.
continuing on. In the arms of an angel.
Okay. Sally, it's your turn. None of them are able to reach you, Ludwig, but you can hear lots of footsteps.
It's time to evacuate the building.
Fucking jump, man!
You walked into the wrong zone in a TRPG, in a fucking MMO. Me as a level 1 WoW player going into the final boss. How'd I get here?
Okay. Yeah. Tally, your turn.
So is it still like a light with fire, just a little bit from the holy smite from God?
Yeah, we'll say there's a bit of like embers
Oh.
through the body.
Okay. Oil and embers equal fire, right?
Mhm.
Tally has a flask of oil.
Ooh.
Is it an action or a bonus action to toss that?
Action to throw things.
Okay, cool. She's gonna take out one of her 2 flasks of oil and chuck it at this hoe.
Okay. Um.
Actually,
I guess it's probably dexterity plus proficiency.
yeah.
Is it an attack?
All
Because
right,
it
we
will
just
have
learned Tally is
advantage.
proficient in oil throwing.
And a d4 because you're blessed.
When you're proficient in Molotov cocktails.
Trust D&D Beyond or roll a dice.
No, don't.
Roll a
the
dice.
Never
Trust
trust
it.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah,
D&D
stupid.
Beyond.
If
D&D
if
Beyond is a
just,
psychopath.
if you just use D&D Beyond, you're fine. But if you ask the question, it tempts fate.
I thought Chance came back briefly to chide me about D&D Beyond. I'm like, oh shit, I broke. That,
Now lie about it because he can't see your dice.
no!
I don't
It's
do
a
that.
13 on the die, plus dexterity modifier, plus proficiency.
Plus the
13.
D4.
13 on the die.
Plus
So,
your dex.
plus dexterity modifier is 16, plus proficiency is 18.
Plus a d4.
Cool.
Do I need a d4? Can I
Uh,
save
You
it?
always get to
you
use it
hit.
for everything.
You hit as soon as you added your dex mod.
Okay.
Cool.
Fuck you, plant boy.
Never blessing you again if you don't use that d4.
How much damage would this do?
It's like
Let-
putting kerosene on a bonfire, is my imagination. Just
Yeah. Tell you what. Roll.
3D100s.
3d6 probably, because
Yeah. Roll 2d time.
Ooh.
2d10? Okay.
And then times it by 1,000.
That's a 9 and a 5. So 14,
Okay. Cool.
I think. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, this using the leftover bits of flame and embers on this creature's back, you hurl this flask of oil, which impacts shattering upon the wood of the vines, and bursts into flames, completely engulfing this thing. And it seems rather effective, believe it or not. And I will say, roll me a d4.
D4. Oh. Don't betray me, D4. For whatever you're for. That's a 2.
Okay, cool. So for the next 2 turns, I'll let you roll an additional 2d4 fire damage on it.
Okay. Would she need to disengage to not take an attack of opportunity?
From the flower.
Something. Whatever could hit her. If it looks like it could hit her, is essentially what I'm asking.
Those vines are pretty long.
Okay. Rogues can bonus action disengage, yes. Cool. She's
Cunning, yeah.
doing that, so 5, 10. She's going back there.
Okay.
Put distance between that and these guys.
Yeah. And as you attack this thing, it turns around, engulfed in flames, and just cold eyes stare at you. Alright, it is this thing's turn.
Careful, there's another one of those things.
you see this almost dress of vines running down this thing's legs into the flower, spread out, and then constrict, forming two singular legs.
It moves now. They fly now.
This gives me throwbacks to one very specific Sailor Moon movie from the early 2000s.
The fuck is Sailor Moon?
This
What the
reminds me of
fuck
the
do you
Tremors
mean,
movie.
What the
Sailor
fuck did
Moon?
you just say?
What is it?
That's some Sailor
Yeah, like
Jupiter
it's an
fucking
anime.
vibes right there.
He's a baby, Taylor. Leave him alone.
I don't watch anime.
M&A.
Either do I, but
You watch Pokemon? Gonna catch them all?
Oh.
It's fucking anime. Oh my god.
Digimons? They even have an Australian character. You have to know that.
I don't think
Dang.
they all know each other.
Prove it.
Yeah, I know the person who did
Proof.
whatever the Australian character was. He lived down the road from me.
I would
Do
love
you
to see the
know
thesis on
Bluey?
how to
Do you watch
prove that they all
Bluey?
don't know each other.
Bluey is anime. Prove it.
Bluey?
Yeah.
What's Bluey?
Good
Now I
job.
know you're fucking with me.
No, what's Bluey? Is that like a
It's the
short
most
name or is
successful-
that...
it's the most successful Australian kids TV show at the moment. It's overtaking the world.
Louis?
I've
Got some
mentioned it
dogs.
a
Mom!
couple
What
times.
in the fuck is this? This looks
Oh my
stupid.
god. No, it's great. Bluey is fantastic.
I want to quit. I don't want to play with
I
this
think-
man anymore.
Sorry that I don't watch children's TV.
A disgrace.
Oh, I'm still on the Sailor Moon train. I'm just gonna take a minute.
Yeah, I'm also a little taken by that, to be honest.
I was a little taken by the fact this thing has legs.
I'm trying to focus
Callie
on
with
the
Callie with the facts. This thing has legs.
Um,
I'm definitely gonna send a link to this movie now, though.
Whose turn is it? I don't
it is the creature's time. The vine creature.
And it grew legs.
Well, it didn't grow legs. It just showed its legs. It was like really sexually shows off its.
just pulls up the dress a little bit, shows that ankle.
As flames are going down its body. Just. Ooh.
Literally hot.
These long vines stretching out of this thing's back reach outward. These fruit dangling off the ends, and it very carefully just drops, and you see these fruit fall off the vines into the ground and begin burrowing. I will mark.
Getting that second oil flask ready.
I will mark where these things burrow. 1, 2,
Wasting away again in Margaritaville.
4.
Gotta burn this entire place down to the ground. It's like finding that spider in your house, but then it suddenly disappears after you whack it and you don't know where it went. Burn everything.
And you see this form, this humanoid plant engulfed in flame, staring at you with dead, cold voids where eyes would be on a regular person. Why have you come into my domain? Why do you harm my children? And that is the end of its turn.
I don't know.
Insert chancing some sassy remark here.
Probably about like they hit cast first.
Nah, fucking
Technically, they
New
didn't.
York and shit.
Technically, they didn't know.
New York and shit.
Cool. It's Dewey's turn.
Chance just screams, "I'm fucking walking here," or whatever.
Yeah. Dewey was given no instructions, so he is just gonna be on standby.
Nah, he should start turbo arming those
well,
motherfuckers.
Technically, Dewey's primary
Is to
direction
protect.
is protect and enforce, and
Right.
allies are being attacked.
You're right. He would just box some things. He is going to make a slam attack at the guy right here.
Okay.
Yep. That's what he's gonna do.
I'm done there. Done.
D20. That's not a D20. What the fuck is a D20? D20. 16.
That hits.
Cool. 5 points of bludgeoning damage as he aggressively chest bumps this guy. Ugh.
Cool. Once again, a howl of pain. Cass, your turn.
Cass looks around, realizing they're all starting to go for what Ludwig, realizing she's hurt, doesn't want her friends to get hurt, has like a small panic attack and is going into a full sended panic attack. As she just goes 5, 10, 15, 20, gets some distance. No, I would have been here. So 5, 10. Right there. She's getting as far away from these guys as she can into the corner. And oh boy, she's gonna regret this, but she is going to cast... She's gonna cast Guiding Bolt focused on this tree here.
Okay. What's the stats of a tree?
Wood's AC is 14.
Why are you attacking a tree?
Cool. Yeah, well, roll a hit.
19.
You throw an orb of light at this tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to draw their attention somewhere else.
Just gonna obliterate the tree.
If it matters, 11 points of radiant damage.
Cool.
But-
Yeah, you leave a scorching crater in this tree.
Do they look like they're focusing on where the bang is now?
They haven't reacted. They've all sort of, upon the flask of oil being thrown at the flower, their heads have all turned and snapped back towards the flower itself.
Okay.
But they don't seem phased by the tree being caught on fire, struck by your guiding bolt. But Tally, looking at the flower, as this orb of light strikes the tree, you see there's almost like a twitch or like a wince from the central, from the whatever this creature is, as it just calls out, "You enter my domain, you attack my children, you desecrate my forest." Cool. Anything else, Cass?
That's the end of my turn.
Cool. It is Chance's turn.
Chance is gonna sneak over and get these stalls. They're like stall post canopy on top, right? Like you can see through them, sort of.
Yeah.
Chance is gonna try to hide behind one of the stalls and take aim at this guy to make a shot at the plant. Sorry, this guy. Attackable.
Insert Tally almost jumping out of her skin.
1, so it's plus. 14 plus 6 for 20.
Yeah, that hits.
7 points of piercing damage as Chance shoots her gun and slowly begins to reload it, ducking back down behind the stall to stay hidden.
Okay. Cool.
End of Chance's turn.
Yeah, this gunshot just goes straight into this thing's body, and it slowly. All these other civilians wrapped in the vines, their movements are all very twitchy and quick and sporadic, but this thing is very slow and deliberate, and it turns slowly and just looks straight at Chance. Sunkai, your turn.
I am going to... gosh. Gosh. Okay, Sunkai is seeing that they're reacting like all in pain when the big flower gets hurt. It's gonna make a mad dash to the big flower to try and start punching it. So I'm gonna use my dash action to do so. The only path I can do so and still get there within my movement speed does have me enter and exit this guy's. It's not pinging. So I'll just walk
Have you
the
got it on
path
tape
and
measure?
then-
Because it won't ping if you've got it on tape measure.
No, I didn't have it on tape. But yeah, it essentially has me going through here, so he'd get one,
2,
and then he'd get
3.
one. But then none of them will. And then I'll end up here if I survive.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you get 3 opportunity attacks. Oh my god, that is arse. Highest was 17.
Anything above... Sorry. Anything above a 16 hits.
Okay, cool. So 1 hit.
Cool. What
Take
am I
3
looking at?
You take, sorry, not 3, 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As the last of the main group that you rush past, one of the vines lash out and just strike you in the leg.
Okay, and then yeah, actually, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to use my last key point to do another flurry of blows and punch this tree just a solid 2 times. This big flower. The first one's a 21.
Okay.
And the second one is a natural 20.
Holy shit, alright.
So
Cool.
Get it.
the nat 20
Gang.
is
Gang.
the nat 20 is 7 points of unarmed bludgeoning,
Mhm.
and then the first one is 5 points. of
Don't forget
unarmed
your
bludgeoning.
punch dagger
Yeah.
fist.
Oh yes, and then
I'll let you double your proficiency bonus for the crit.
okay, so for the crit that's another 4. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 damage total for the crit, and a total of 7 damage for the non-crit.
Okay. Very good.
And Sunkai's like not talking, he's not making jokes, he looks a little feral. He kind of looks like he has mange.
Sorry, I think I missed something. The other little circles, are those the legs or are those other
So
fucking
those
psychopaths?
those circles, the vines on the back of the
Of
humanoid thing have stretched out. There was fruit and like fruit flower sort of things on the ends of these vines, and it has reached out, and as it has hung, the tips of these vines have stretched out over these areas. These fruit have just dropped from them into the ground and have begun burrowed into the ground.
Good. Good.
Okay. That was a really good attack. Yeah, this thing, as you begin attacking it, it lets out a communal growl of pain from all of these subjects, and it begins to slowly turn and face towards you, Sunkai.
Insert feral primate noises. I would do them, but I've learned in the past none of mine seem to get through, so it's just a waste of time. Yeah, exactly. Nailed it.
My boob.
Go.
Punch your own kid too hard.
My boob.
Ludwig, your turn.
Okay. Yeah, seeing this fucking army of the dead is crawling up the tower. Get out from the table. See all.
They've all stopped and have turned back towards the flower.
Yeah, I'm gonna get its attention there. I'm gonna get out from underneath the table. See all my companions like fighting it, and you know, all this big river of shit in between us, and just be like, "Time to prove you're a big, strong boy." I'm gonna take out my crossbow and fire. It's within 80 feet exactly, so I'm gonna shoot at the big boy. +4 to hit, so that would be with bless. That's a 4. Okay, so that's 12 +4 is 16.
Which one were you attacking, sorry?
I'm shooting the big flower.
Yeah, cool. 16 hits.
16 hits, perfect. Okay, he takes 9 points of piercing damage from the crossbow that finally hit something.
How much points of damage, sorry?
9. And then seeing, I'm assuming that with the immediate damage, it starts looking at him, and then all the zombies turn around to look at him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at this point over here, and just melt away into purple sprinkles and misty step away.
Well, fine.
And is gonna look at them all and say, "I hurt your planty boy, what are you going to do about it?" And immediately run 30 feet this way.
Lovely.
And I'm gonna hope that Dewey stops them all from chasing me. I
Still got
smack
2 arms, man.
as he runs, I smack my butt. Ooh. Come get me! Immediately
I'm
regretting
so
that decision.
tasty.
I'm so tasty.
Very good.
It's my turn.
Okay. A veritable army of these things just hurtle towards you.
Oh my god. Dewey, beat him up!
Dewey can make an opportunity attack.
Definitely gonna make an opportunity attack.
Nah, he doesn't want to.
Natural 20.
Love it. Alright,
Oh,
roll.
Dewey, your sad little attacks.
Dewey, fucking save me, man. I've made some mistakes.
Plus a number. Chances sheet.
Dewey actually doesn't want to make an attack. He just steps aside and lets them go.
6 points of bludgeoning damage from Dewey.
Excellent. 6 points of bludgeoning damage. He smacks this vine in the back, and these things all turn and look at Dewey. surrounded by vine creatures. As for these two down by the flower, they both step forward and make attacks against Sunkai.
Pussies.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Highest was a 9. So yeah, that's 2 misses as you quickly dodge out the way of these 2 vines that go to attack you, and instead they just end up dapping each other up. Cool. Tally, your turn. Roll fire damage.
Before.
2d4.
2d4.
Okay. I forgot fire damage. 5.
5. Cool.
5 points of fire damage. Anyways,
Excellent.
does Sam look like he needs or wants help? You're muted.
Muted.
He doesn't look like he's taken a lot of damage. It is a 2v1 at the 3v1 if you count the big guy.
Technically.
But at the same time, like, he looks too angry to, like, fully be aware of his situation.
Okay. 5, 10. Hallie's gonna move there.
Mhm.
And that puts this one and this one, or the big boy and one of the boys, within 10 feet of her, right?
Puts the first one within 10 feet.
Yeah, just that one and that one.
Yep.
Okay. Those are 2 I care about. She's essentially going to take in a deep breath and yell something. Probably some sort of war cry, but it is in Draconic, so no one understands what it means, I'm sure, I hope. But for her bonus action, she has done this cry, and I'm assuming they both can hear. Since you know they're talking, and they seem to turn towards noise. Wombat, do they hear? Do they hear things?
He's not answering, so
Yeah.
continue your sentence as if it
Yeah,
does.
yeah. What do you say?
Free them. That's what she says. And if they can hear her, then allies have advantage on attacks against those 2 until the start of my next turn.
So they what, sorry?
If they can hear me,
Mhm.
allies have advantage on attacks against these 2 enemies for the next turn.
Cool.
But only if they can hear me.
It's a kobold racial thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. The central flower boy does. His eyes are fixated on you.
Okay. And then she's gonna try and stab him.
Okay.
That's also my tactic: scream and then stab.
It works, man, right?
Yeah. That's why I'm not allowed in 12 bars.
I think it's advantage.
How
Still
dare
even-
those bouncers touch me?
So 19 to hit the big guy.
That hits.
Okay. And then I'll add sneak attack to it, which I think is only 1d6 for level 2. Heck, if I remember sneak attack, yeah, it's 1d6. So 3 plus 3 is 6 piercing plus 3 for sneak attack. So a total of 9 damage.
9.
Cool. Yeah, you cry out, and this thing turns to look at you, whilst the other two are focused on Sunkai. And it looks at you almost with a fascination, and you strike it with your knives, and you cut into this thing where it's begun almost disintegrating from the flames, and you see a rather large portion of it just give way as you strike into its torso.
I feel more concerned than it's intrigued.
Also, when you moved there, did you by any chance step on the thingamajig?
Nope. Stepped around.
Cool.
To
mhm.
there.
Mhm.
So
Cool. Sweet. It is now the Central Flowers' turn. Looking at you with fascination, these tendrils from its back stretch outward, barbed thorns adorn the end of them, and it just says, "You know not what you do," and all 4 of these tendrils lash out. 2 attack Sunkai, 2 attack Tally. Okay, so the first 2 Sunkai, 2 hits, and the first 2 for Tally. Lowest was 17.
they both hit then.
Okay. All right. Where are my D4s? Here. Cool. So, Sunkai, you take from the first attack, you take 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And from the second attack, you
I
take...
take a failed death saving throw because the first one downed me.
Okay.
Level 2. Level 2.
Level
2.
Level 2.
Tally.
What's up?
You take very little damage. Well,
Only 306.
kind of, yeah. Only 130. No,
Is it just fascinated for whatever reason?
yeah, sure, we'll say that. Cool. In total, you take 7 points of damage.
Hey. So she is bloody, but she's not down.
Cool. Dewey's turn.
Dewey's gonna attack the guy right in front of him.
Bonch.
18 plus for 22.
Definitely hits.
L bonk.
7 points of bludgeoning damage from Dewey.
Cool.
So that's the end of Dewey's turn.
As Dewey lands this punch, there's a sound of ribs cracking, and vines. The vines stretching out of this thing's body begin to shrivel up, wither, and retract, and a handful of these begin to. A handful of these things have their vines retract. Can I get you to roll me a d4?
2.
Cool. Alright. 1. 2. Cool. These vines begin to shrivel, wilt, die, and retract from these things' bodies, or retract further in, depending on how you look at it. And their bodies just collapse to the ground, motionless. Alright, Cass, your turn.
Cass is gonna roll up to right about there using her full movement. And notice Sunkai is on the floor. And she's gonna say, "Dang it!" And then just grab a piece of her halo, wrap it around her hand, kiss it, and blow a kiss towards Sunkai as she casts Healing Word as her bonus action. Oh, lucky Sunkai, he gets 7 hit points back. And then she's just gonna scream, "Stop it! Just stop!" And, like, putting her hands up, trying to get the plant's attention.
Bitch, you started it.
We can just talk. And if it doesn't seem responsive to common, she will repeat it in Druidic.
And this thing definitely tilts its head to you as you call out.
And she will use her action just to walk forward. To here.
Oh. Nope. Dingle, dingle, dingle. Let's just wait for this to. Oh, bye.
We're all in this together. Hello?
Proper chaos
Bibbidi
string
bobbidi
today.
She can't hear us. This is our luck. What is our game if we don't have tech issues?
It's always
What
on
is our
my.
game?
It's always on my fucking sessions as well.
I think you're the curse.
It is.
What,
It is
did
me.
you-
It's.
You need
I'm the
to
problem.
spend your night exercising yourself.
Yeah.
Am I the drama?
Am I the drama?
Whack.
What button am I clicking that does that?
It looks like a little book with a note, with like a music note on it.
No,
Absolutely
there's like
quackers.
I must have like a shortcut or something set because like I'm just like tabbing away essentially. I'm like leaving screen and then doing other stuff temporarily, and I hear the quack.
What's the quack?
And that's the end of my turn.
Yeah. Fuck it. We'll just keep on going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fucking here again.
Yay.
Finally. Took your time. Game's over. Everyone dead.
Yeah, you know, I had to go get this coffee down the street, and it was really fucking good, let me tell you.
Yeah, that sounds about right. No chance.
Cool. Yeah, so that's the end of your turn. Yeah, this thing has taken note of you, is looking at you. It is now that you offer peace after desecrating my domain, killing my children. Cool. It is Chance's turn.
Chance is going to slip out from behind the stall and walk forward, guns just held to the side, holding a shot if anybody gets crazy, but we'll get to there. And just reveal herself, guns to the side.
Me
And
gets crazy chance.
We'll
shoots
command
me in the head.
Dewey to stand down. And that's Chance's turn.
Sunkai, your turn.
Okay, how do I want to do this? Uh, yeah, Sun will hear Cass is trying to talk all of a sudden. So he'll attempt to like hold himself back. So I will hold an action if any of the 3 ones around me immediately do anything. I'm going to attack. Until then, I'll hold action.
Okay. Ludwig.
So you know how your boy's been training to do one whole pull-up?
Okay.
He's about to attempt it. He's going to try and bring himself onto the roof of this house with, like, if you
Let's
remember
go.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where Andy Samberg has to get into the vent, and he's like,
Yeah.
It's like, can you do it without screaming? Probably. I'm going to try and pull myself up on top of the house.
Okay. I will leave it up to you if you want to roll for it or not.
I'm going to roll for it.
Okay.
Does
That's
not look
either
like he gets up on the
succeeded.
roof.
Or it's a very bad roll.
What would it be? Acrobatics?
I think that doing a pull-up
Athletics.
is athletics.
Fuck! Okay.
It's more strength-focused.
That will be a total of 9. But I may, for
You
the
got
first
bless.
time, use my favourite of the gods and roll 2d4 to add to it.
The gods of lifting.
But you also have bless on yourself. So
Oh, yeah, true. We could do the blast first. +2, so that would be 11.
Yeah, if you don't use your bless, you better not cast that on yourself any other time.
I wasn't planning on doing it, but everyone ran away. So, guys.
I don't know what the DC for this would be, so I'll let you call it.
I'm making it 10.
You decided you wanted to roll.
Making it, I think 10 was the one to hit.
Yeah, up and down.
It's very pathetic and uses, I will say, will use all of his movement to get up on top of that. And then
that's our boy.
sweating as fuck. Everyone's holding their actions. I'm just gonna light a torch. Like,
Stay away.
but obviously not doing anything hostile aside from lighting a torch. That's my turn.
There is a almost like a wave of something that washes over these creatures, these vine people. A few of them go towards Ludwig, standing at the base, looking up at him. A few of them stand around Dewey. And the rest will turn and move back, encircling the larger group. Pally, your turn.
Seeing everyone's kind of like trying to talk now. After the attacks were done first, and now we're trying to talk. She's just gonna look a little confused, but then like pull out her water skin and kind of like go to the vine person who might still be aflame a little bit and just pour the water on the fire to put it out.
Okay. I'll get you to roll the fire damage first. This is the last turn of it.
That's another 5.
How's it looking for a twisted vine monster that's on fire?
It is not looking very good. It is falling apart, pretty much. But it is, yeah, it's like badly scorched. Bits of it have fallen off and fallen apart, and there's holes in it, and arrows, and but it still maintains some shape or form.
Is it water? Is looking at it, is looking away, looking at it.
Well, now what?
That's her turn. She'll like be ready to fight, I guess. If she needs to.
From...
But
Oh, sorry.
go on ahead.
No, I forgot we still didn't turn on.
Yeah, she's just confused.
Okay. So what we'll do is I'll put a pause on the turn order. This is the situation that we are in. If you guys want to start fighting again, we'll go back into turn order from the top. And yeah, we'll just go from there. But for now, turn order is paused, acting as though you are out of initiative. So if you wanted to say anything or do whatever.
Standing on top of a house from a house over, the plant creature thing will hear, If you know what's good for you, you'll release these poor townsfolk and be gone into the forest.
Allie's like trying to skirt over to be on this side.
Just let them go and we can talk.
You enter my forest. You attack my children. You desecrate my domain. And you have the gall to ask mercy when you bring the stench into my woods. And his head turns to Dewey.
I'm sorry, I don't think I caught your name. Could you introduce yourself to us, please? We're not aware of your grace.
I am the lord of this forest.
Well, charmed to meet you, I'm sure. let these people go and we'll just be on our way. We can take our stench with us, I guess.
Yes, these don't seem to be children, they seem to be horribly vined up villagers. When the vines retracted from the ones that Dewey smashed, what happened to the bodies?
They just fall limp.
They just fall. Are they still like cratered with vine holes? Like they've just
There
been
is-
unfucked?
There's puncture wounds. There is like their bodies have been constricted so long that there is still indentation that is slowly beginning to fill back up. But you can't see any chest movement.
Yeah, they're like dead, just puppets. Fuck.
Why did you take over the people?
I was promised a sanctuary. My woods have been desecrated. They have been afflicted by a tumor, by a stench, and I needed the resources to cut it out.
And just to clarify, you do mean our mechanical companion Dewey is the stench you speak of, correct?
That's one's kind.
Interesting. Well, I'm not gonna say I entirely disagree with you. I too prefer the natural things around us. But maybe we could just talk this out and not sound so mean.
Foresty creature man, I don't know if you know, but the Empire has been invading with their robots. So that's probably why they're coming in. So taking the people of Old Grove for your own is not going to go well. Just bring more of them to you. And then they'll infest the whole forest with legions of thousands of these mechanical monstrosities. So really, you're just
And we
making
don't like
things
the
worse.
Empire either. Like, we don't want this any more than you do.
Yes. But we need
The
these
people
people.
of-
What if we could give you a chance to take the fight directly to the people? To put it simply, cut the head off the fish rather than treat the disease.
Yeah, we could. When we head east, we could come back for you and take you to the root of the problem.
Not Sunkai thinking about dropping this motherfucker in the middle of the Red City.
Where do I go?
Um,
to
There's
avenge
a lot
my
of bodies
children?
there.
500 miles that way.
It'll sort out one of the two problems.
We can deal with it later when we're a little bit stronger. We can come back to this.
Yeah.
This is the cheat code to skip a couple of levels ahead.
its body shakes, and the first leg steps out of the center of this flower. The second leg followed. As it walks down this large flower, it stands on the ground next to you. It's a humanoid figure still, with these vines stretching out of its back, flowers and fruits adorning it. It stands at about 7 feet tall, so it's taller than most of you. I think all of you, actually.
All of us.
So it does look down at you while it speaks. I care not for those that inhabit my land. These have become the host for my children. And I use them to cut the tumor, the cancer from my woods.
You had previously said that this guy's looking pretty rough already.
Could you elaborate a little bit more, on how we could perhaps aid you in this, or get you to stop hurting these fine people? We just want to like mediate the situation.
Bring me the head of the one responsible.
I'm pretty sure Chance would just back up a little bit. Um, do you know the name of the one responsible?
No. I could merely sense. I can smell their stench. I can feel the pain of my children. I can hear the cries of agony, the cries for help.
I think I speak for the group when I say we're more than willing to help. If you could just provide a little bit of information as to
Where they're at.
where they're at, who caused the cancer, like a description. Even we're pretty good at deciphering individuals just from how people are described. I think you could draw us a picture. I got some paints. You could just like paint us a little portrait, just a little image of who it is, you know?
I do not know any one being responsible.
Well, good for you, Mr. Flowerman. I have already determined the cause of your anguish. You see, you've already dealt with it. That chap over there, and I indicate to the one that's, I don't know, still glowing from Cassiopeia's original guiding bolt. It seems he was most likely the culprit, so we've already brought you his head. Fantastic.
Yeah, you found him. Congratulations. I just wasn't aware of it until this moment when Ludwig pointed out the extremely obvious problem.
Yes.
Sun Kai, upon hearing all this, is going to launch the punch dagger and try to cut its head off. Like, try to tackle and just, like, monkey climb up its back and decapitate it.
The minute I see Sunkai jump, can I
one?
simultaneously cast
The big
Entangle?
one.
Simultaneously cast what?
Entangle?
You're gonna entangle me?
No,
You're gonna-
him.
You're going to entangle the vine creature.
Yep. Got nothing else.
All right. Yeah.
Or- No, scratch that. Dewey's just gonna... Does Dewey listen to all of us?
No,
Or just a Chance?
just chance.
Chance would tell Dewey to run over here.
Dewey is surrounded by these things. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this bit by bit. Okay, so the first one to call out was Sunkai, and you wanted to try and decapitate.
Wanna try, yeah.
Okay.
The things out of the
yeah.
flower is I think the thinking there
Yeah.
that it's vulnerable.
Yeah,
Right,
my thought was
um,
like honorable. It's not expecting this because we're now begging for our lives awkwardly, and it's already looking pretty rough.
Okay. Yeah. Roll to attack.
15.
15 does not hit.
Fuck!
Okay. So this, you go to do what you said. You try to sort of run up this thing's back and cut its head off with the punch knife. And the moment that you go to like try and maneuver your way up this thing, one of the vines just grabs your leg and yanks you back down into the ground.
Ah.
And its head just snaps. All these other times it has been very slow and deliberate in its movements, but this time it just snaps straight onto you.
That would probably be enough for Chance to let off her held action of shooting.
Okay.
So close. 19 plus 6 for a 25.
That hits.
3 plus a number. 7 points of piercing damage. Something in really rough Brooklyn accent about leaving my friends alone. SK has already been through it.
Very well. Gunshot fires off. You see the round strike into this thing's chest. More of these burnt and destroyed vines begin to disintegrate, fall apart.
I said just stop. Please just stop and tell us.
I may not be of the flesh, but I am no fool. You try to trick me, and now once more you attack me and my children. You will get no mercy from me.
While he's
and
monologuing,
it,
can I shoot him?
Go, do it. And he just calls out swarm.
17.
While he's monologuing, can I shoot him?
It's going to hit 17, 18, 22.
Yeah, hits.
That's 6 points of piercing damage. They just drop the torch on the floor and start running across the roof. Hoping they don't chase me.
This, a crossbow bolt just flies across and strikes into this thing's chest. More vines begin falling apart, and one of the vines sticking out of its back just comes along and just snaps the arrow into the ground.
Guys, let's just get out of here.
As all the surrounding things all begin moving in.
Oh, fuck.
Alright. We're gonna go back into turn order.
Are we picking up in the turn order where we left off, or we want to go back to the top?
We left off on the
on Tally's turn.
The end of Tally's turn.
Yeah.
It would be the large boss plant's turn.
Wouldn't it be me after Tally?
No.
It goes Tally.
Oh, I don't.
Vine,
it just all of them
Dewey.
say unknown creature.
Yeah, it goes Tally.
Okay.
Boss Vine, Dewey, then you. Okay. Yeah. So what we do here is
really quick. What are the buildings around us made out of?
Wood.
Oh no. Does my torch start catching fire on the floor?
Yeah, probably.
I'm hoping that will stop these two from chasing me up the building.
Cool. Tally, Sunkai, you both take 2 attacks from this thing's vines.
Ellie is so distraught right now.
Okay, lowest on Sunkai. Lowest was a 10.
Doesn't hit.
And okay, the next one was a 19.
19 hits.
Okay, and Tally. Oh boy, natural 20 for one of them, and an 18 for the other.
If the base damage is more than 6 on that natural 20, she's down.
Yep, Tally's down.
Okay.
And then the second attack from it inflicts a failed death save. Okay. And cool. And so for Sunkai damage, you take 5 points of slashing.
Alrighty.
Okay. It is now Dewey's turn.
Dewey's primary focus is to protect, and he is, instead of attacking, he is going to use his net on the guy in front of him to try to give him a clean break. So we need a... Oh, it's an attack. That was going to be a save. 19 plus 3 for 22 on the one right in front of him.
Yep. This thing has been netted.
Get
And
marked,
then Dewey
bitch.
will Dewey would just use his full movement to walk forward then.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, so Dewey takes full movement forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Cool. He also takes 3 opportunity attacks from the things around him. Lowest was a 13.
That
Miss.
misses.
The other 2 definitely hit. Damage. Dewey takes 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
2 vines lash out, striking him. Alright, Cass, your turn. You are now surrounded by these entangled people. And
Cass is
Talia's
just-
bleeding out.
She's gonna blow another kiss of healing word at Tally. 6 points of healing back as her eyes start to well up. Please just let us go. Please, we'll just get out of here and we'll never come back. And she just stares at it. Please don't make me do anything. Please just let us leave.
Just cold silence.
She looks around to look for Sunkai, just looking eyes at him, like welling up with tears, not sure what she's supposed to do. She's gonna cast Guiding Bolt. Uh, 19 plus.
You are blessed.
19 plus
19
number. I'm
hits.
blessed. Oh, thank God. Okay. Good. Good. 6 is 12. Plus 5 is 17. Plus another 5 is 23 points of radiant damage as she's crying and banging like, please just don't make me do this, please. Please don't. And she just sends off the bolts from her head.
Okay. These bolts strike this thing. Once again, flames, embers from this scorching radiant energy are left on this thing's body. More bits of it begin to fall. One of the vines on the back of it just completely fall and collapse to the ground, withering. And it just continues to stare silently.
And then she'll just dig her heels into the ground as hard as she can and bring her hands up to her chest and just put them in really pathetic little fists and just stand there. That's the end of her turn.
Senkai. Yep. Oh wait, well, it's Chance's turn.
And then she started blasting.
Then she started blasting. I'm just looking. Cool.
Just looking.
Okay. So this is and you can tell me if I can do this based on just like what we've done before. Chance wants to cast grease right under the creature and then use her free item interaction to light a torch and just throw the torch on the grease.
I'll say it's an action to throw something, so you could do the grease or the torch.
It's already
gonna
on
shoot
fire,
then.
the grease.
I would do the grease.
Alright, grease then. Casts grease centered right on.
Can you put it back so that it's not on Sunkai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
plan.
a good idea.
Yeah, you can get it on
Right
that guy and
there.
the guy next to him.
Right there.
Yeah.
Don't step down, Tally. Chance will be like, say something about Tally not stepping down. She'll fall. But it would be a lot more crash and Brooklynite.
Allie's on the ground
Uh,
right now. Still has yet to get
Don't
up.
be shite.
Don't be shit.
Yeah, Chance takes out, reaches into a tool bag, takes out a vial of, looks like grease or oil or something, and just throws it down onto the ground.
Yep. And then, end of Chance's turn.
Okay, Sankai, your turn.
Then Kai's gonna light a torch and drop it on it.
Okay. What did we say last time? Yeah, we'll say for this one, it's not throwing what is essentially a grenade. This time it's just dropping a torch onto flames. We'll say 1d10. 1d10 fire damage.
That'd be 9.
Oh, nice. Surprise, surprise, this thing doesn't like fire.
And then,
so that is doubled.
And is that just my object interaction if I'm not throwing it? Can I just kind of let go of it?
I'm gonna
You
say.
can say no. I won't care. You can say no.
I'm gonna say no, but
Okay.
only for an reason.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah. So you light this torch and you hold it out and drop it onto this grease, which just immediately bursts into flames. Tally, unconscious, like sort of coming back into consciousness on the ground. You can feel the heat just as this thing catches, it begins singeing the tree next to it, and the entangled person as well catches fire.
I was just about to ask if it gets him as well. Nice.
Yeah. It just ignites the grease. And the flames crawl up the vine person's body, hollowing out his insides, rushing up the body. These flowers and fruit begin to wither and burn and turn to ash. The vines themselves also crumple and wither. And this thing begins to scream in pain. And it screams, "No, no, please, stop, put it out, put it out." And it begins withering and collapsing. And just as as the flame begins to reach its head, and it begins to become completely engulfed and swallowed by these flames, it calls out, says, "Varen, please!" And it's gone.
Was that clear enough for all of us to hear?
Yeah.
I'll say Sun Kai goes like mentally dead at some point. And as it starts to fall, not taking a chance, he like latches to its chest and literally just punches the cindered, non-existent corpse of this thing until there's 1,000% nothing left.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that you're punching into fire. So just take 4 points of fire damage.
I'm dead. I didn't think about the fire.
I can't tell who's trying to kill Sun Kai more.
Can
Wombat or
I
Buck?
retcon? Can I retcon that because I
I will
forgot
let you
about the fire?
retcon that.
I forgot about the fire completely. I went and done that. My brain shut down. Let's discount that to Buck being hungover / drunk and not remembering fire exists.
I will let you retcon that.
Yeah. Okay.
When it burns to death, what happens to all of the tree people around?
They just all drop to the ground.
Oh, thank God! I'm going to drop down and start stamping on the embers to put out the torch that I just almost caused a wildfire with.
You throw your damp pants onto it.
I piss. I literally piss.
P just drops to her knees and starts sobbing. Silent sobs, though, as she watches this plant burn.
As Tally's getting up, she's gonna like look at it.
Why did we fight it?
I'm going to hop over here and just make sure that everyone's okay. No one's dead. Very much.
Y'all heard what he said, right? And she's like rubbing at her palms and like pulling at her hair.
No, but did you see me? I did a whole pull-up. I pulled myself on top of that house, unaided. If Mr. Blackthorn was here, he'd be so impressed. You all look a little sad. Why?
It called out for Varen.
It did? Well, that's strange.
So, Varen was just letting
A
all
plant
these
destroy an
people-
entire town.
And
It
just
said they had an agreement. It was supposed to be sanctuary.
Yeah, but it also said that it took over and held host for its kids, all these people.
gesturing to the fallen people, like, you suppose Varen was sending these people here as some sort of a sacrifice?
Feed them to this creature just so they don't come near Old Grove.
Where am I at? Oh my god, I can't find it. There is. There we go.
I was kind of unsure when I said it was Varen before, but
I'll say this is a serious thing to consider now.
it's a drop in the other bucket for not trusting him.
But it said it was protecting against the Red Crimson Empire.
It never said it was
That it was
protecting against the
protecting itself.
yeah, and it never said against the Empire, babe. It said against the tumor, and then it like gestured to Dewey.
Yeah, but that's
And the
where those
people
of
who
his kind
intruded-
come from. And
Yeah,
But
it
maybe it's
also
just
said-
advancement.
It also said people who intruded its woods.
Yes. I
Kind of
believe
like all the people that live in Old Grove.
this thing was very angry about the new metal men, but if all of them were to suddenly disappear, it would then be angry about the people who live in the wood, which is
Just think about
us.
it. Old Grove is just a city that was built in a clearing in the middle of the wood.
And honestly, if we did something wrong to free all these people from whatever extended torment they had to deal with, I can live with that.
Mm. And what if things
Would
were
I'm
different?
sorry, guys.
What if
This is my fault. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's your fault, dear. What if we'd let this keep going? What if one day Varen decided that you needed to come here, Cassiopeia, and fed you to the maw of this creature to be entangled?
You saw
Yeah, but
how
I
scared, you saw how scared those guards out front were.
Yeah, but if I just talked before I shot, I panicked and my
Yes.
chest got tight and I was so scared and I didn't want to lose you again.
Aya, I was gonna fight this thing whether you did or not.
but shouldn't we have talked first?
No.
I don't
The
know.
Isn't
last
there
time we
enough-
talked first, I got a bullet in my brain. Talking first will not be something I plan to do for a long time.
And you heard what it had to say, Tally, regardless of how angry it was. It just wanted us to remove the head of the tumor and give it more hosts for its children, which is more of us.
But that makes me think, who's the head? He wouldn't tell us anything.
I don't
It's
think
not
it-
Varen. They're obviously in cahoots.
Look, I don't think that thing was particularly intelligent. I don't think it knows what's wrong in these parts. I think it's very angry. It was looking for someone to blame, and it's blaming these new shiny men coming into its territory, which is something somewhat xenophobic.
Well,
if you ask me.
we already know that the Red City as a whole or the Crimson Empire as a whole, has wanted the arboristic resources of Old Grove and the surrounding area. So it's not unreasonable to assume that this thing has seen people chopping down trees and shit.
Yes.
What
But-
if?
But
Sorry,
the
go ahead,
people,
Tally.
The people of Old Grove have been here a long time. It couldn't have been mad at them. The Crimson
we don't-
Empire has been invading, and we know this, and they've been secretly coming in, and it said it was mad at those
Just-
coming in.
Okay, so Tally,
Being
why don't you go and kill the head of the Crimson Empire, bring his head back here, and then maybe he'll stop eating all of our people? Or would
being
it
a
be easier
plant
to just kill this man now?
Not only that, but the people that have been going missing down here aren't Crimson Empire people. They're refugees escaping the Empire.
Yes.
being a plant girly, can I do some planting knowledge stuff and see how old this plant here be? It's not a tree, so I can't sit there and count its rings, but oh
Which
boy,
is
can
an
I just look at it?
ineffective method.
I'll leave that to the tree expert down there. Thank you very much.
I'll get
Which
you
we'll talk
to,
about after the stream, because now I'm curious.
I'll get you to roll me nature with disadvantage.
Oh boy.
Guidance.
And then
Thank
while
you, good sir.
she's doing that, Hallie's just going to pipe up. Not all refugees are good people, though.
Tally, I understand what you're saying, but I think you're second guessing something where we ended up in the right. I know it wasn't a nice situation, but
That's not bad.
I wouldn't worry
There's
about
enough death. There's
With
enough
disadvantage.
justice.
It's an 18.
An 18.
Oh, I forgot guidance. Wait, I forgot guidance.
Haley, you know the people in Old Grove aren't much trusting of you and Chance right now. What if one day they decided you guys were sent to this camp because it was full of the Red City people?
21.
Anyway, cool. So, you have never seen a plant like this before. Its level of sentience is astonishing. It's like it's not a plant, but it is very clearly a plant. And so, like, yeah, you've never seen this type of plant before. You've never read anything about this type of plant. You have, just from, like, looking at it and going off, like, sort of other knowledge you have about the more sort of general and all the other plants that you do know about, and just sort of like trying to pick and choose bits of information of understanding and studying plants and sort of trying to apply it to this weird amalgamation. You are able to sort of guesstimate that this thing, it would have to be hundreds of years old.
P sit there while you guys are all talking. She's like feeling this plant up, looking under its vines, like digging through all the remaining roots, and she digs a little bit to try to get to a root and looks at how thick it is and how weathered it is and all of that, and she looks up and goes, "This thing's easily hundreds of years old. Like, I've never seen anything like this, but these roots, they're ingrained in this city. Do we know?" She looks at everybody. "Do y'all know who built this? Was this refugee camp the Circle's idea?"
Varen directed them to set up down here.
So Varen's the one that... What if Varen's simultaneously the tumor and that's how they like kept at agreement to not get Varen killed, because he was feeding people
No.
to this guy as an apology for setting up the town.
Yeah, this thing's hundreds of years old. Rumors about people going missing down here have only started in the last few months.
That's fine. Still where her brain's going.
But I'm correct when I say that Varen directed the refugees to set up camp down this way, correct?
The refugees asked for somewhere to go and set up their own little commune, and Varen said, "We've got some land down the south. If you want to go down there, we'll get it cleared with the mayor."
Okay.
Well, either he knew about it, or it was a grave oversight, and the tree thought they had an alliance?
Either way, we just put some tortured mortals to rest.
Yes, I agree with you, Sunkai.
I have another thought. My head's just going a million miles a minute. Varen had told me that there is a dig site down here. And when we went to the dig site just east of the city, there was Red City occupants. The Crimson Empire was there. They had Dewey there. What if they're occupying the dig site here? And that's who the intruders are.
I will say, the flower guy did seem familiar with Dewey and his type.
That's what I was trying to say.
But we understand that, Tally, but we're still saying he was a bad person.
I don't even think
Sometimes
we can
bad
call it a
things are
person.
done for a good reason.
It does not excuse them.
We just did a bad thing for a good reason, and I feel shitty about it. I mean,
I
do feel shitty about it. I feel awful.
I feel great.
I'm so sorry for using that word, guys.
Look, these were people who were refugees from the war. This could have easily been Tally and Chance, and they're just crushed to death by vines and then used as puppets by a creepy tree
I
thing.
wouldn't want to see her cute little face crushed with vines.
No.
It's
And
what
she
we're
points
saying.
at Tally.
That's what we're saying.
Yes.
Whether it feels good to you or not, you did a good thing.
Perhaps there's a sorrowful
The way-
story behind
the
this
way
whole
we
thing,
did it-
but I feel
The
pretty
way
good.
we did it was not ideal, but it was done. And the outcome, no matter the action taken, is for the better.
I'm just glad we all made it out alive this time.
Fucking hardly. I am like on two toes.
I couldn't have done it without you guys.
Ludwig
And
looks
she
like he's broken into a very, very light sweat.
she pulls out her healing potion and gives it to Sunkai. Drink this.
Sunkai guzzles that bitch like it's a
It's-
fresh Coke.
It's just 2d4 plus 2.
Roll that shit. I guess I rolled because I drank it. You didn't give it to me.
I will remove it from my inventory. I'm sorry I can't help you guys anymore. I'm exhausted.
Yes, as am I. I've used all of my ability for the day. I
Yeah,
should
I'm pretty
gather some of
frickin'
my
pooped.
crossbow bolts back.
Standing up and peeking in some of these buildings around us, assuming that the citizens of the town are mostly decomposting on the floor. Do any of them look like homes?
There is homes, there is a tavern, there is like workshops. Yeah, there's a fair few homes through the area.
Swifty
Maybe
in the
we
tavern.
just stay in one of these.
Who fancies
Yeah,
a
maybe
quick
we have
pint?
a drink and then. Yeah, maybe
Sure.
we have a drink and then stay in one of these houses for the night, rest up.
Hey,
That way we
you
can
think
go
of it
digging
like this.
tomorrow.
Old Grove is overpopulated right now. We might, now that this gone, be able to comfortably send some folk down here.
Yes, I think this is good. We've
Yeah, we
expanded.
could. I think when we go back, we ought to talk to Eric.
Sure.
Just see what he has to say.
Perhaps before we sleep, I'll have a look around the camp, and if anyone would like to join me, I'm going to see if there's anything worth having while we're down here. No point in having it lie here and waste, rot away.
Yeah, maybe I I feel a little bad about stealing from the dead.
Can I get perception checks from everyone?
Oh no.
5
Da-
minus 4.
Okay, so from me. And then from Chance. Okay.
Sunkai is
So-
a 20.
Oh, Chance has advantage. Shit. That's better. Natural 20 plus 2 for Chance, so 22. And P is a solid 16.
All right, carry on.
Oh.
I don't care who saw us do what. I'll deal with that later when I kill them.
If it isn't the consequences of my actions.
I've never met
just
that.
just continue.
Buck
I'm gonna
getting
go-
his
I'm
words
gonna-
used against him for the first time.
I'm going into the tavern. And like the first thing I'm doing is hopping behind the bar and casually looking for the money.
Chance would tell Dewey to get up and get over here. P would look down to Tally. I'm sorry, babe. I really am.
As
I
you
can
look for
tell you're
Tully,
not-
she's gone.
Good, of course she
Oh,
just
that's
ran
what
off.
the perception check was for. Great, when you reappear, I'm
Uh,
definitely going to shit my pants.
In the tavern. This place is a mess. Well, not really. The thing itself, like chairs and stuff, like they're not pushed into the table. They're not upside down on the table. They are just like sort of strewn about the room. Like people didn't put their chairs back. Like they've just
I hate
got up
those
and left.
people. Hate those people.
There is the moment that the doors open, there is an overwhelming stench of rotten food and off drinks. There's dust and cobwebs littering this place. And yeah, that's then looking for where they keep money. There isn't a lot. There is literally like 5 copper sitting in just like a little thing.
I'll
across
leave
the-
it then. I was just thinking this whole adventuring thing's not the most financially easy thing.
Fable.
Definitely not an old grove.
P and Chance would eventually roll up with Dewey in tow, and I'm sure Ludwig somewhere behind at the tavern, or already at the tavern.
I tell the group we can't stay here. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm gonna check
It
out
does
like
smell awful, but I'm gonna just take some of these. And takes 2 bottles of the hardest liquor she can read off the bar.
I'm gonna check out the rest of the houses
Uh,
and see if there's any sign of life or anything worth taking.
Okay. Yeah, these bottles that you find, they look like wine bottles. The label's covered in dust, but dusting them off, you see that there is a little label on it, which just says Old Grove's finest Gat's piss. And yeah, that is a reference to a family friend who has little grapevines, and they've named their wine brand Gat's Piss because their last name has that in it, not the piss part.
Especially the piss part.
Mainly the piss
Their
part.
last name is Piss.
Okay. Yeah. Continue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm checking out those houses for signs of life and anything worth trying to take.
Yeah, all of these are still in like various similar states. There is a like inside these things, any food or anything that was there has either been eaten or it's just been rotted away and gone off. The rooms and houses themselves full of dust and dirt, debris. There's even like moss and plant life beginning to sort of take root within the buildings themselves. The rooms are very simple. You know, there's not a lot in them. It's mostly just tables, chairs, shelves, and beds and that sort of thing. This is very much a sort of commune of get up, go to work, come back, go to tavern maybe, and then bed next day, get up. It's not a lot of luxury about the place.
Okay. I'll try and figure out if one of the houses is maybe more suitable than the tavern for us to stay in for the night. But aside from that, yeah, just doing round robin, check back in with the game.
Yeah, once Ludwig tells us what house is like the best to stay in, P would go and start I don't even know. Using Mage Hand to pick up things off of beds. Using Druidcraft to blow wind so the dust comes off the beds, just like cleaning it up as best as we can to stay before getting everyone inside to sleep. And then she'll take other precautionary measures, but
Yeah, the best one for your purposes, where you can all feel probably the safest, is you enter a larger building, sort of L-shaped. Inside, though, it appears like this was a communal housing. Like there is a large, long room just full of beds.
Yeah, right, this
Perfect.
is where some of the working types came and
yeah.
yeah, that makes
When
sense.
we're kind of looking around like this, we're not finding any survivors, right? It's only the corpses outside.
You have not seen any.
Cool.
I feel less bad now that we haven't found anybody.
What you do find, though, is evidence that children lived here at one point.
That
Yep.
was my next thought.
I was
Some of
hoping
those
that
were
there would
probably
be
kids.
someone left for us to save. But
Yeah, Sun looks like a little. His anger looks to have led into like some angry tears. And you notice on like the scarred part of his face, some of his tears have like little dribbles of blood in it. Like because he's been picking around the eyes or something. He's just looks frustrated. And a little bit scared. The people that are more perceptive would realize that he's probably like post-panic attack at some point.
Yeah, P is in the same kind of state. Her nails, when they came to the town, were freshly manicured and clean and ready, but now they're chewed and bit, and the palms of her hands have small cuts in them from where she was clenching her fists so tight, trying to make her pathetic little fists ready for a fight.
Yeah,
she looked. Go ahead,
Sorry.
sorry.
Oh, you.
She looks to Chance and Ludwig and Sun Kai, subsequently Dewey because he's here. I'm just trying to tell myself that we saved more people because, no one's going to get sent here to die anymore. But it all feels
We
kind
did
of
a good
awful.
thing, Cass. We did a good thing.
Yeah.
I
Still doesn't change how I feel.
No, and it won't.
I'm glad that we came. I know there was some question as to whether we avoid this place or come later, but there could have been 5, 10 more
I
people
think we came.
here before we
Yeah.
came. So I think I'm trying to look on the bright side, because seeing those toys and small clothes is... I'm going to go do some push-ups in the corner and try and get that out of my mind.
Is there any boxes in the room?
Yeah.
I'm going to open the boxes instinctually to look for Tally. Tally, if you're in one of these boxes, you can just come out.
I think she left.
Everyone needs to process in their own way, I guess.
Yeah.
Pulls out the bottle of liquor and twists the top off. Anyone else want some?
Not for me.
Never mind. I'll take the wine.
Yes, what I thought. And just passes you the bottle after she takes a sip.
Dripping in sweat.
Once we find Tally, I'll move some of the earth around to seal the door shut. So we can all try to
Sunkai
sleep.
is going to take like one of the pillowcases off the bed. Or actually, he's going to take one of the mattresses off the bed and lean it up against a wall and use it as like a makeshift punching bag. And while the other three, I guess, because Chance will probably drink a little bit, start drinking, Sunkai just fucking tears it apart.
He pulls
And
out a
then, like-
pipe. Go
and
ahead.
then like Sunkai will just like fall asleep in the pile of the torn apart mattress. Like he tuckered himself out. Like he was so angry he eventually passed out.
Sick.
He politely offers the pipe to the other two before taking it for herself.
It's probably very awkward for the people trying to have a relaxing night just to have a feral monkey in the corner.
Providing the
Yeah.
entertainment, surely. Or a schooner of wine and a nice old puff of smoke and just watch this majesty of
Until you're
destruction.
extremely befuddled that the pipe only blows bubbles.
Oh. I think I'm Am I doing it wrong? I haven't
No,
smoked
no,
before.
you're great. These are perfect.
Is it getting me
They're
there?
so
I feel a
yeah.
rush.
I'm sure. Yeah, you might be drinking the soap, but that's all right.
Me last night when
Bubbles.
someone offered me a smoke. Yeah, am I doing this right?
Fucking.
Has anyone seen Tally?
I think she left.
Oh, right.
Sun
That's what
says
she was
from his
saying.
pile.
So what's
She's-
Tally doing?
Did one of the stalls have a little cover she could open close? Or does she have to go into a house?
If you want to be completely, like, safe from the elements, you'll have to go inside a house.
Okay. So, is the house they're in have a second floor?
No, but it's massive.
Okay. So she's probably just either in a closet or under a bed in like the farthest place possible.
Okay. Yeah, probably from the other side of the house you can hear the sounds of a ferocious monkey beating up a bed.
Yeah, I think if she hears her name enough times, everyone will probably just hear, "I'm here. It's okay."
Wine everywhere.
All
As it's
right.
like no sight of her, just the sound.
That's worse.
Thanks for letting us know, Tally. And then as soon as she can, she'll start using a combination of druid craft to grow vines, ironically, and mold earth to push whatever dirt and earth she can find to seal up the bottoms of any doors. Grow vines over all the windows.
Now we're nice and safe. Why don't we throw together a little stew of some kind or something like that? And have
Yeah,
a
we've
nice,
got enough rations between all of us.
a
Heat
nice
it up,
supper.
get it going.
Mm. I can rest my weary bones.
Yeah. We got those tents. Do we want to just set them up or do we just want to use the bed? I guess there's beds. We can sleep in the beds.
I'm gonna prestidigitate a
It
bed
doesn't
to
quite
make it
feel
nice
right
and clean.
to sleep in. Sun's like, it doesn't feel too good to sleep in a dead person's bed right now.
Oh, I was fine doing it until you said that. Darn.
Hey man, go for it. I'm not judging. I'm just saying I also grew up in a monastery though. We slept on the floor with very thin mats, so I'm
I'm going
okay.
to take a bed while I can, because we'll be roughing it for the next few nights, I believe, so...
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while you
Actually.
can.
He would also crawl into a bed, but make sure it's one either close to Ludwig or like kind of where she knows where Tally is. She just doesn't want to be by herself.
Yeah, you
So
can
she's gonna make sure
definitely do
she's
that.
close.
I'll
Wherever we lit the fire for the stew, Sun sleeps like right beside it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
This,
prestidigitate your bed as well to make it nice and clean.
Thanks.
This house has like multiple dedicated fireplaces
Oh, perfect.
because it's shared housing.
Dewey would eventually go into stasis and Chance into probably tinker a little bit, clean up her gun, and work on just fixing it up into pristine condition and checking in on Dewey.
Also,
Cast
somebody
mending a couple of
mentioned
times.
lawnmower, so now she's contemplating turning her
Yeah.
chainsaw design into a more rotisserie based.
Yeah, she's
spinning
definitely
blade.
got her notebook out and she's sketching how to turn Dewey's arms into a lawn mower so she can further mow down vine monsters. I think
or
other
something
than that,
like that.
it's sleep. Trying to sleep.
Cool. Everyone goes to bed with the weight of the day's events lingering in your minds. It's not the best night's sleep, but it is a night's sleep. And you will wake up in the morning.
That's good.
Everything's fine. Yeah,
Bless.
the fire's completely burnt out, but it definitely did its job for the night.
Exhaustion.
And that is where we are going to end the session.
We were so
All
excited
things considered.
that we got all depresso espresso.
All things considered, that was a really good session.
Yes.
Yeah.
The emotions.
I determined
I feel like butts.
when Sun tried to like jump the vine creature at the end and it failed, that's when his like PTSD happened. He felt the vine grab him and whip him down, and that's why I didn't do any other kind of hostile action until the fire. Because he just like brain shut down. Oh shit, I'm
Yeah.
dead again, aren't I?
Yeah.
That's fair. I apologize too for Tally disappearing at the end, but she's struggling with everything that happened as well as.
That's fine. Explain it to us as Tally later. Tell us the story. That's the important part.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
there's
you
more
did what
to it
you
than
did
just
something
that.
that suited your character.
Yeah, that's good. No.
Well, it's
Just
also
tell
because
us
of something
next
Sun
time.
said as well. So yeah.
Right. Long rest, finally.
Yes, you may indeed take a long rest.
I used every single inch of my resources there. Nothing left.
Same. I had not a
you
thing.
spellcasters did great considering your limited capabilities at this level.
I was so thankful that my star map gives me uses of God and Bolt for free.
Oh, honestly, that's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if we'd have talked like about the layout and like gamed it over, I think if we got both of us in that tower, blasting away and then throwing out a couple of heals,
Yeah.
that would have
Would have
been
been a
My-
different situation, but
My suggestion was going to be, and I couldn't find a way to talk about it in game, was that the long-ranged people kind of make like a triangle around the big guy, because it seemed like every time someone hurt them, all the monsters drew attention to that person.
yeah.
So you guys would be able to kind of kite them in a big circle.
That's why I
While
did that bit
me
at the
and-
end. When I shot
Yeah.
it, and then I was like, I'm gonna misty step away and run away.
Yep, but hey,
And then eat my
We-
ass or whatever you said.
our
can
characters have only like
say-
fought things like twice, so now we're just learning
Yeah.
how to battle better. We'll get there, guys.
100%. I had spare the dying as well, just in case we had really big
Good
issues.
shout. Yeah. Good shout. That's a good one. Thanks, Bestie. That
man.
was a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sun's gonna
Thank
get
you,
there.
friend.
I said Sunkai's gonna have to get therapy, I think.
We
Ain't
should
gonna
have
have time
group
for
therapy.
therapy.
Is someone
yes.
is there a therapist in the village?
There probably is. I guess Varen is pretty close.
Not him.
Yeah, go and talk to him.
Yeah. Is there someone who's
We don't
not
trust-
Varen who's a therapist?
I'm gonna go
Why
talk to
don't you
Galen.
trust him? He's a good boy.
Good boys
A
aren't
dime's
real.
of hope.
I'm following this
Um,
breadcrumb of bullshit that seems to be leading me to Varen's door.
Yeah, literally.
But yes, that is the end of the session. Thank you everyone for playing. Thank you everyone for watching. This was a good time.
Yes, lots of fun. Thanks for bearing with us during
Yes.
some technical issues and some shifting
Cat
of
swap overs.
shifting of screens. Let's
Say
all
it
remember
while
when we
Matt-
woke
our
Thomas
best.
up at the start.
Say what?
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Say
We'll
it.
cast you later.
I have
I'm
video.
going to kill everyone.
There it is.